Ever thought Shaytan might be nudging your hand to swipe that credit card? Or maybe nagging you to add that overpriced bag to your cart? Well, verse 27 in Surah Al-Isra has something to say about that. So let's unpack it. Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to Reflect with Hiba. My name is Hiba, and on this channel we reflect on ayat and see how they relate to our postmodern world. Today we're going to reflect on an ayah from Surah Al-Isra where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, after أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن المبذرين كانوا إخوان الشياطين وكان الشيطان لربه كفورا, which translates to, surely the wasteful are like brothers to the devil, and the devil has always been ungrateful to his Lord. Honestly, whenever I would read this ayah, I would never fully understand what does it mean to be a brother to the devil. It sounded a little bit strange to me, but I've never took my time to ponder on this ayah. But with some reading and some research, it became very clear how wastefulness aligns with shaitanic behaviors, such as ingratitude and focus on temporary and fleeting desires. Looking at our reality today, the world has never been so focused on consuming, over-consuming, on normalizing debts, and even misuse of credit cards, which aligns so much with what is mentioned in this ayah. I mean, we keep buying and buying and buying, thinking it's gonna make us feel better and make us happier. And wherever you turn, there are marketing ads left and right, up to a point where shopping is now considered a form of therapy. Subhanallah. And you feel sometimes that the people who are designing these marketing ads, it's like they are sitting in our heads and can read our minds, because they designed their ads to prey on our psychological vulnerabilities. And we need to be aware of that. According to Statista, in 2023, the global marketing industry was valued at $700 billion, feeding on our constant need to buy more. And the fast fashion industry contributes 92 million tons of textiles waste every single year. I mean, if that's not crazy, I don't know what is. This behavior mirrors Shaitan's tactics by encouraging ingratitude for what we have and keeping us stuck in a never-ending cycle of wanting more. And the constant need to buy more and more only results in accumulating debt. I mean, debt is increasingly normalized these days, with the global consumer debt reaching $300 trillion in 2023, according to the Institute of International Finance. And the average American household carries $7,000 in debt, with interest rates reaching almost 25%. We even have people financing luxurious weddings, starting their marriage with stress and anxiety. And as for credit cards, now this is a funny story. So growing up, my understanding of credit cards was completely different from what I see around me these days. The way my dad taught us to deal with credit card is that it was just another means to pay. You can pay with cash or you can pay with credit cards. But in no way, shape or form, it meant that you can pay with money you don't have. But when I grew up a little bit more and I started seeing the world around me and how people can afford very luxurious items and Mercedes and traveling every year, and I'm like, wow, mashallah, people got money. Until I understood that they don't actually have money, they have credit cards and they pay with money they don't have, and debt accumulates. You know, a few years ago, a Netflix documentary came out. It's called Less is Now, and it talks all about minimalism and how owning more stuff will make you feel less happy and less satisfied, and how we should focus on the things that matter, like relationships, having a purpose in life, community, all of that. And the concept of minimalism was perceived as a novelty, as something groundbreaking discovery, and it's great. Like, I'm happy for the guys who made the documentary, good for them. But then again, like, I go back and I look in the Quran and I see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned these things 1400 years ago. But somehow When we hear it from the non-Muslim world, from non-Muslims and professionals and all of that, we're like, oh, wow, this is great, this is amazing. And we forget that we have this treasure here in our hands, subhanAllah. If we go back to focusing on the things that matter, on our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on being happy with what He provides for us, on having a purpose in life, on living within our means, and having gratefulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we won't fall in the traps of Shaytan and his tactics of wanting more, desiring more, buying more, feeling ungrateful for what we have, and having this unintentional greed that keeps getting fed by the ads we see on social media, on TV, on billboards, everywhere. I hope this video wasn't too much for you. I hope you found some value in it. And if you did, then please share it with somebody who might be struggling with their spending habits and who might need to hear this. And inshallah, I'll see you in the next reflection. Assalamu alaikum.